Tell us a little bit about who Thomas Sowell is.
He's an incredible story of a man that could only come from America. I believe he was born in North Carolina, Jim Crow era, without hot water or electricity. When he was a child, white people were, I think he said, hypothetical to him, as in he'd heard of them, but he'd never seen one. So he grew up in a segregated location. At 10 years old, this would be in around 1943, he moves to Harlem. He makes it from that scenario through getting kind of odd menial jobs, like working in like a mail office of some kind. And he works his way up to the Marines, eventually to Columbia University. It's found he has really a knack for economic thinking and mathematics and so forth. And in the 70s and 80s, he's doing research on minority groups all around the globe for an international perspective on America's racial equality issue, and ends up writing many versions of an argument that essentially says, in America, we have this default assumption that once everyone can vote, once everyone can go on the bus in the same place, once everyone can go to any school they wish, that what should follow next is equal income, equal wealth, equal everything. So he looks around the world and checks this assumption against the data from 200 years of European history, a couple hundred years of history of minorities in Africa and Asia. And he finds that basically nowhere do you find that it is the case that groups have an equal outcome. Rather than arguing, at the surface level about Black people and white people in America, he goes to a deeper level to get at what is your vision of the world? What is your expectation about how the world should be? He does that again in his book, Conflict of Visions, except instead of just focusing on racial inequality, he's basically focusing on political disagreements writ large. So why is it that people that are both smart and well-meaning can disagree about issues from economics to crime to education? And he offers that there's like two deeply different models of reality.